Okay. Santiago. Hey, Charlie, why are you hogging Lao so much? The rest of us need a wirehead on cases as well. I can probably guess why you're not letting go of her. Well, hey, but seriously, man, give the rest of us a turn. VFR Medical. Dr. Regis. As per our discussion at your last checkup, you have still not opted for enhanced neuroconnective wetware. While not critical, please remember that your work will be increasingly difficult as support for non-WW systems is phased out. So pressuring people to get upgrades. Get with the times, old man. It's basically the vibe going on here. Alright. Monthly payment of $8,100 for the rental of a Tier 42 Northwest Balcony Garden has been processed. By the E. Vargas Centralized ADM. Thank you for your contribution to the city's green skyline. Okay. Dr. Regis, the optical feed from your office is no longer functional. Based on your past examples of your behavior, I believe it likely to be by your own hand. While you may object to perceived surveillance, please recall that this is for your safety and that of other cell staff. Alright. Van der Waal, Giel. Dr. Regis, apparently my previous answer was unclear. No, I will not help you with your investigations, despite your crude threats. If you continue to make baseless accusations about any supposed ties any ties I am alleged to have... Nope, they had it right the first time, my bad. Let me read that correctly. If you continue to make baseless accusations about any supposed ties I am alleged to have with organized crime, you shall be hearing from my lawyers. Okay, Dr. Petra Weissmall. Hi, Charlie. I'm afraid it doesn't look good regarding Baxter. Central's approved the parole. Don't take it personally. It's not like they ignored your input, but, well, you're not exactly going to be the most objective person after what he did to you and your wife, are you? Alright. Well, let's go read this totally legit email package somewhere private. So that would be back out this way. Of course, we got to go halfway across town for some privacy here. But again, I do think the game broadly succeeds in terms of its presentation, giving the sense that there's, like... we are constantly connected to networks, and Central essentially hoovers up that information. So the idea of privacy being a luxury is an interesting... It is definitely an interesting take on that classic idea. Anyway, let's have a look at this package.
Dr. Regis.
Yes?
Regis? Central's still
Of all
giving
the
us
time.
a negative on the aerostat. It's like it just vanished. So I thought I'd better give you a heads up.
Do you mind? I was in the middle of something. How did you find me?
Central told me you'd be here, at Fulcrum Tower. Also, it said, stop turning your traveler off.
What a surprise. I like my privacy, though. That's why I come here.
You hang around the balconies much?
Sometimes.
I come up here from time to time.
I can see why. It's a great view. Not for someone with a fear of heights, though. Is it a private garden?
Max,
Viksha Regis. Charlie, this is... I'm sorry. I didn't know.
You shouldn't. I don't tell anyone.
Wow. I know you've got some seriously high-up strings you can pull, but I didn't think they'd ever let someone be buried up here. And how the hell can you afford somewhere like this?
Yeah, well, let's not jump to conclusions.
She isn't buried up here. She was processed, like anyone else.
I see.
The tree's special, though. I made it myself, from scratch.
Planted and grew?
No, made. It's a cross of Chrysophyllum canito and Prunus cerulata. The junk DNA in every cell of it contains her entire genome.
Wow.
Takes a lot of looking after.
But you're doing it for her.
Makes it all worth it. We were married for 4 years.
I'm sorry it couldn't last.
We met in our professions. She was a engineer as well.
You didn't have kids?
My previous work, well, it left both of us infertile. We had embryos prepared through IVF, but we never got to using them.
I'm really sorry. I remember reading... It was Baxter, wasn't it?
Don't push it, Dr. Lau.
Sorry. I think I figured out why you went off the grid to come up here tonight. You heard about Baxter, didn't you?
They let a monster like that walk.
They didn't parole him because they approve of what he did. He's out because he's got skills Central thought would be useful. With a governor jammed in his limbic system, well, he won't be the same man. He can't even imagine hurting anyone again.
Yeah,
Even
machines
if it were
would never
completely
fail us
true,
twice.
I know that
on
there
the
is
same night.
absolutely no way I could forgive him.
On the bright side, he'd probably be pretty mad at you too. Well, if he could have thoughts like that anymore without falling over and puking, you put him away, and that counts for something. I know it's not exactly normal for you to open up, but if you want someone to talk to,
Central wants us?
I'm afraid so. We better get going.
Alright, well,
You coming?
yeah,
I just need a moment to think, Max.
be right along.
A
I
little
totally
privacy.
need a minute to
It's
grieve
why
for
I
my
came
dead
up here
wife.
in the first place.
I understand, Charlie. I'll be in the car. I'll see how long I can stall Central.
Max,
Yes?
nothing.
That's all right, Charlie. I understand. I'll be in the car.
I can't ask for her help in this. I'm not even sure what this is yet.
Yeah, sorry about that. You still on the line?
You are alone, as requested.
Yes? Now what is this about?
1448D-A, 1448D-B, 1448D-C, 1448D-E.
Excuse me?
Your stomach lurches as you recognize the image. You know them. You've seen them before, but you hadn't remembered them by number. Whoever is calling you has 4 embryo containers. Your own.
What about them?
They were removed from the Alracis Medical Center, originally deposited at 1615 on the 11th of November 2065. They have been fertilized by yourself and Dr. Victor Regis. They were frozen at the earliest viable phase of growth. 3 are female and 1 is male. They were deposited after your fertility treatment proved...
Stop! Why are you telling me this? Who are you? And what are you doing with my my embryos?
You are about to meet with a contact, Giel Van der Waal. In his home is an active memory module, a most unique model. You will secure it for us. Further instructions will follow.
What if I refuse?
And what if I don't? That image could be a sim.
Apparently, you need more incentive not to waste my time.
Oh. Shit.
1 is gone. 3 remain. Do it quickly. Your legacy is in jeopardy.
Right. A conflict brews in your mind and in your heart. Giving into the blackmail like this would be the antithesis of everything you stand for, both as an agent of the law and as a human being. On the other hand, you cannot bring yourself to risk a small part of the legacy you've worked so hard for so many years to maintain.
To save the lives of our children? I think I can accept that.
So, yeah. Now we're gonna start getting into some morally questionable behavior here. And, you know, at this point, there's a reason that...
So, despite the incident at Animus, I may have some good news. We might have a break in that string of mindjackings.
Van der Waal agreed to talk.
Yeah. How'd you guess?
He couldn't hold out forever. What did he say?
Didn't want to talk over the...
Lau?
Central wants a word.
Dr. Regis, Dr. Lau.
This isn't just a social call for an update, is it, Central?
Dr. Regis, lately you have spent a great deal of your time off network. It is for your safety and that of the citizens that we...
Central?
All points bulletin, evacuation in progress at Barber's Gate Transit Station. Case officers Regis and Lau assigned to crisis management.
What's happening at the...
All case data has been transferred to Dr. Lau. Your vehicle has been rerouted. Please seek an expedient resolution to the situation. Central out.
Businesslike as ever. Let's go see what this is about.
Okay, yeah, kind of a lot happening here. But we're about to get blackmailed, but right now we have more immediate problems. Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Sir, over here.
I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We've been assigned as crisis management.
Corpse Mendurian, 4th Network.
Has it gotten any worse?
Not yet, but we've not heard any word since...
Hey, I'm the only one here who hasn't got wiring in his head. Central hasn't had the decency to update me.
Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Well, it's another one, sir.
Another what?
A, bomber.
What do you mean, another one?
This is like the 4th this year I know of. Central's been doing its best to keep public awareness down.
I guess it doesn't want public panic about it.
Or it doesn't want people to think we haven't got it under control. So how do you know about it?
I talk to people? I've got a social life, unlike someone.
Central marked him when he tripped a chroma sensor. Central locked down the trains and started an evacuation. It looks like he panicked and holed up in one of them.
Anyone in danger? Any hostages?
Central's not mentioned any in the case file. That either means there aren't any.
Or
Yeah,
it doesn't
kind of
consider
a
them sufficiently
foreboding
important.
name.
Probably wants the transit running again more than it cares about human life.
Sounds like he was surprised. Didn't have time to take any.
He's not thinking in terms of hostages. He was made as a weapon.
Regis?
He's a
I think it's a-
biobomber. The explosives are made of... they are his bones. That's how he
Okay.
tripped a DNA sensor.
They're throwing some ideas at the table. I think corpsman is a standard term for a grunt-level uniformed official. I've heard that before, usually in like a military context. But anyway, so this is an example of the game's kind of extreme take on bioengineering. We've got someone that has essentially been changed to the point where his very bones are explosive. More on that when we actually get to the guy, but essentially he is a walking bomb. Oh, it's Corman. Okay, I never knew. I never actually... I thought, yeah, that wasn't silent. Alright. Hey, I learned something new today. Anyway,
What's Central's position on this?
You're asking for the AI's opinion? You must be getting soft.
It agrees that the bomber poses a limited threat to public security.
It specified that it wants you to make the call, though. You're not going to like this. Central's just bumped the priority. It wants the suspect neutralized.
so yeah, we have an interesting little plot branch here. We can just straight up gank the guy and he'll go off. But we can also try to talk him down. And I think it's another dialogue puzzle. We'll give that a try.
Neutralized is a vague term. I'm gonna try to talk him down.
Regis?
It sounds like he's hesitating. I may be able to exploit that, but just in case, get to high ground.
Fine. You probably know what you're doing.
The signal is hope. Don't fire until you hear me say it.
Hope. Got it.
Keep the public away, and run one more check for bystanders in the station. We can't afford casualties if this goes wrong.
Will Central approve of this?
We don't have time to wait and find out. Wish me luck.
Alright. Yeah, I figure at this point if Central's going to lie to us and blame me for imagining an airship, I don't have any problem deviating from mission objectives.
Who's there?
I just want to talk. I'm unarmed, and I'm opening the doors.
What do you want, heathen?
The sight is distressingly familiar. The brace, the weakened bones, the signs of tampering in a young man that brings back memories long buried. It seems the best hope would be to leverage what you know about him. Try to find some common ground. When in doubt, you sound American.
You sound like you're from America. Am I right? Texas, I'd guess.
Yes, you're right.
I thought so. I grew up there myself, near Fort Worth. What part do you hail from?
Houston.
I can remember what it's like out there.
I don't
It's
think
part
it's
of
a
why I
very
came here in the
Texas
first place.
accent,
I'm Dr.
really.
Regis, by the way. Some folk call me Charlie.
Thomas Beckett.
Like the saint. Nice to meet you all, Thomas.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you're not fooling anybody, Regis. You are from... Where would he be? It'd probably be somewhere in the Midwest, I would think. Let's say... I already used Akron for literally me. I'll think of something. It'll come to me. We'll say somewhere in Wisconsin. You're from Sheboygan. You're from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Anyway, tell me what's happened.
So, how do you like the city?
It's a wretched den of sin, like Sodom or Gomorrah.
Well, it's not my favorite, but I wouldn't go that far. I take it you're not here as a tourist.
I'm here to do my duty and strike a blow for the Lord.
Really? We're a long way out from the war here. Whole other continent, in fact.
Yes, I know. But now I'm surrounded, and I must make use of what I have. The fire within me.
How's the scoliosis?
What?
And the osteoporosis, the rickets, and the diabetes?
How do you...
It's a common side effect of sloppy prenatal genetic engineering. That and having your body lay explosive nitrates in your bones instead of calcium.
It's a test of our faith. Only the truly worthy who can...
It shows just how little the engineers who made you cared about your health. They made you to walk and to carry a bomb in your bones. The fact that you're a living, feeling, thinking human was merely an inconvenience.
I have no idea how plausible any of this is. I'm going to assume not very.
Regis, I'm in position. Visibility good, 0 crosswind. Standing by.
There have been times when I've lost faith, but I can't let this be one of them.
Huh.
I used to work with guys like you a whole lifetime ago.
The Lord's warriors?
Something like that. Kids who'd been altered, weaponized youth. You've grown up with so many health problems, groomed since birth for a noble sacrifice. But this, does this seem like the glorious role you were promised?
It is my duty to God to sacrifice myself.
In an empty transit station, thanks to a piece of bad luck?
This wasn't where I was supposed to go. But even the original target, it doesn't seem to fit with God's plan. But if I agreed to go with you, I'd have failed in my duty. I'd just be a prisoner in a strange land.
For the Lord hears the needy and does not despise his own people who are prisoners. Psalm 69, verse 33.
You're right. Wherever I am, I'm always in the Lord's sight.
There are more ways to do his work than destruction. We can help you find it. We can probably even fix your bones.
All right. I shall not resist.
Thomas, you've made a wise choice.
Hey.
More importantly, you've made it for yourself.
Master Negotiators Charlie
Corpsman,
Regis.
the suspect is surrendered. Take him into custody.
Totally not
Carefully.
compromised.
Yes, Doctor.
Regis, that was amazing. Central's going to be pissed
all I
though.
did was pick
that
the top
was a huge
option.
risk.
Screw Central. Come on, we've got work to do. The Corpsman can handle it here.
Yeah, with a little help from the bomb squad.
Alright. Back to more pressing matters.
So, Van der Waal finally agreed to cooperate?
Yep, said he could give us a head start on the Mindjacker.
We'd better not keep the man waiting then.
Alright. We're right about the point I mentioned where the game's complexity is going to kind of cave in on itself. So I'm going to drop a save here. We will take a break. Alright. Now, so far the game's actually holding up better than I remembered. We have a pretty solid opening for a sci-fi adventure. We've got some interesting characters with some personality flaws that'll be relevant to the plot. We've got some reasonably decent puzzle design and some concise world building that still layers on a lot. It's a bit dense, but I like what's been built so far, and I want to know more about the characters and see what they do. But here's where things kind of go off the rails. I want you to pay attention as we go through this, and you'll see the puzzles start to get a little more adventure gamey. We resume. So yeah, we're here to see Van der Waal and start placing odds on whether the guy's going to be in any position to talk. Alright. No doubt a man as paranoid as Giel Van der Waal has spared no cost to ensure that it's at least bomb-proof.
Van der Waal, you there? You sure he's in?
He told us to meet him here. Central hasn't logged any departures from this floor since this morning either.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Alright, we can't just call the guy. Actually, does Central have any information about this?
This is Regis. Come in, Central.
Central standing by.
Right.
Dr. Regis, have you been successful in contacting Giel Van der Waal?
Not yet, Central. I need a warrant for access to his apartment.
Understood. Linking to Centralized Justice Office.
Wow, I never thought I'd hear you running to Central for help.
Might as well make it good for something.
Yeah, but warrants take so long to issue.
Warrant has been approved. Apartment access enabled.
Okay, thanks.
See, we could have done that way faster.
What do we know about Giel Van der Waal?
Subject, Giel Van der Waal. Age 57. Blood type, AB positive. Born in Pretoria in the Federation of Southern African State. Married to Dakari Van der Waal, former Olympic athlete.
How long's he been in Newton?
Immigration, March 2068. Awarded residence due to outstanding personal contributions to art and culture.
Despite his shady history?
Though accusations have been made of connections to organized crime, Attempts at prosecution within the FSAS have all proven unsuccessful, as his social activity index has remained above 50.
Yay, social
no
credit
further
scores.
investigation has been taken by Cell.
This is definitely not a dystopia.
What do we know about Van der Waal's connection to the Mindjacker?
Subject, Giel Van der Waal. Before immigration from the Southern African Federation, Van der Waal was known to possess a number of links to organized crime.
And yet we still let him into the country.
He possessed a reputation as a fixer, arranging specialized talent for criminal organizations.
And for hacking the human brain, you need some pretty niche talent and hardware. The kind of people that Van der Waal would have had connections to in his history.
He had been placed on Cell's watch list, but then he made a most surprising move.
He came to us. Doesn't that pretty much confirm his involvement?
It merely confirms his awareness, not necessarily his complicity. You must question Giel Van der Waal.
Right.
Regis out.
Alright. Max, any input?
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Any luck with the Mindjacker's airship?
Still nothing. Like I said, it just vanished.
And Central still claims there wasn't anything there at all.
But we saw it, Regis.
Exactly. Something's not right. How are you holding up?
I'm okay. A little hungry.
I meant about what happened at the station.
I think you did the hard work on that one. Don't let it go to your head, though. That bomber. He was American, wasn't he?
He certainly had the accent. Sounded Texan.
Did you know him?
Dr. Lau. Texas is an enormous place. I do not happen to know every single other person who lived there. And besides, I left well before he would have been born.
Do you ever regret doing that?
Not for a second. Especially after seeing how it's gotten now.
Uh-huh.
There's more to what was between you and that kid, wasn't there? Like you said, you never met him before, but it seemed personal to you.
You're very perceptive, Dr. Lau. It's useful for an investigator.
You want me to stop asking?
There's a reason that kids like him, and hundreds others, exist. It's not because the seditionists thought that weaponizing the human body was the biggest innovation since air power, but the engineers that got to make these kids, for whatever reason, didn't say no.
Regis,
You could say I knew him too well, inside and out. That is what bothers me. Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
Alright. So let's get inside. I think there's another way in as well. I think you can force your way. But, again...
Giel, you in here? Oh, excuse us, miss. I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We're cell agents.
We have an issue
Miss,
here.
Are you all right?
Regis, this is a synth. The look on your face is priceless. It's a very expensive one, but it's still a synth. And apparently out of charge.
Something else about it bothers me more.
I know. I sure hope that isn't blood.
Oh boy.
That's a very expensive synth they've got for a house girl.
Jealous?
She's not my type. What do you think they use her for?
They may be married, but I wouldn't put it past them using her for other things than cleaning.
Like killing people?
There's a product marker on its back. S&S Synthetics.
They're not showing up on a net search. Maybe Van der Waal has more info on his terminal?
Good idea. We can see if we can get their help in extracting more from this machine.
No,
See?
no.
I'm not just a pretty face.
Let's not dig too deeply into this. Let's go talk to Mr. Van der Waal. I'm sure he's just fine.
Jesus
Or
Christ.
What the hell happened in here? Did someone get to Van der Waal before he could talk?
Maybe it's a domestic gone bad?
Or maybe it's a trial separation. Haha! But, yeah. The blackmailer said nothing about this. Possibly didn't even expect this themselves. Still, you need to find out what they demanded before the whole apartment is picked apart by forensic drones.
We should check around first.
What?
We need to get a look at it ourselves before the crime scene people wreck it.
Alright.
Good idea.
Really?
Well, yes.
Who are you and what have you done with Charlie Regis?
What do you mean?
You're unusually cavalier today. You got something on your mind? I mean, I know you don't usually care what Central thinks about regulations, but...
We've just found the scene of at least 2 murders.
Hey, Ivory,
Central's
good
gonna
to
be
see
tied
you.
up with the bomber. It'll take hours for anyone else from Cell to be sent out. And damn regulations, these men deserve a resolution.
Wow, I've never seen you get so impassioned. Those old world values of yours are useful sometimes after all.
Uh-huh. Apparently she thought it was sufficiently in character of you. But yeah, this is where the puzzles start getting a little bit abstract, because we need to figure out what happened to this rather gruesome murder. Now, the maid downstairs, the synthetic maid, had blood on her hands, so obviously she's involved, but we need a better idea of what's been going on here. And we also need to collect the chip as part of our little blackmail thing. So, let's start investigating. I like how we just pick up a hand, we don't even look at this thing. See, this is what I'm talking about with...
It's like they had an industrial accident.
The puzzle's getting more adventure gamey. Before we've even established what we need the hand for, we pick it up. You might say we really know how to handle evidence. Haha! Yeah, someone had too much Chipotle. Oh yeah, that and then some. See,
There's
I'm telling you,
at the bottom of the pool. A pistol?
Our murder weapon?
One of them, maybe. It's too deep to reach.
Not without severely contaminating
this is why you
the
go to
crime
Del
scene
Taco.
anyway.
I know it's a little bit further away, but you're less likely to have stuff like this happen.
This is Dakari Van der Waal, Giel's husband. I can see 4 gunshot wounds in his chest. It was either these or he drowned, but that's kind of academic at this stage.
Yeah, I think we can safely guess that it's the guns there. The question is, what the fuck happened to the other Mr. Van der Waal? Alright.
I can just about make out a...
Careful, you're the one who's always lecturing me about...
Right. So we do need to fish out the murder weapon. But we need, more pressingly, we need to reconstruct what happened here. An old-fashioned chemical photograph and a silver portrait sits by the bed, huh? Alright, pick this up as well. We just know it's going to be a puzzle item. Coat hanger. Hey! I think we can use this to get the gun. Hanger, huh? Alright.
I think that I'd lose anything that goes in there, like that pistol.
Huh.
A steel coat hanger. Until I pulled it out, it was jamming the floor drobe's mechanism. A steel coat...
Floor drobe. Alright, so that comes up. Let's see. Alright, photograph of 2 men. A younger Giel and Dakari Van der Waal by an urban river in the background. The Eiffel Tower is dwarfed by looming glass skyscrapers. Photograph in the background is a note written by hand. The wedding, August 2071. Alright, so that's probably going to be a passcode to something. Alright, let's see here. Oh, pardon me, Max.
See anything interesting?
There's an empty gun rack in here. Ammunition, maintenance tools, cleaning spray, but no gun.
In their closet?
Maybe it's their outdoor gear. There's fishing equipment in here as well.
Uh-huh.
Are you taking stuff again?
It might be useful. Call it a hunch.
Yep. I'm an adventure game protagonist, Max. So are you. Try to keep up. Alright, so we're going to use the fishing rod to get the gun out of the jacuzzi. The train is wobbling. It's starting to shake. It is about to come off.
There's nothing on the end of the line. No way I can hook that pistol.
We haven't yet gone off the rails just yet.
Now it's got one enormous hook.
Nothing biting?
The hook sinks, but I can't catch that pistol at the bottom.
Alright, we need something else. Can this work? Nope. Can we use the hand on it? No.
Giel Van der Waal's cold, dead hand.
Alright. Well, back downstairs, maybe we can find more puzzle items here. Most normal adventure game use of a fishing rod I've ever seen. I know, right? We're actually using it to get something out of a pool. Alright, kitchen is a machine for preparing and serving a drink sitting in a nest of wine barrels.
They've got a refined taste in wines, I imagine.
Actually, no. They're all either a couple of years old or fabricated.
Weird. Maybe they're doing something to the wine.
Like what?
Well, say they were also adding amphetamines to it, for example. If they accidentally ruined it, it'd be better if it was a cheaper wine.
Ah, drugs in the wine. Awesome. This is how you know we're dealing with crime. Alright. So, you see there's a biometric scanner here, and we have a hand on the terminal. Let's see if we can put 2 and 2 together here. User biometrics not recognized.
But the system won't recognize it.
I wonder why. Alright.
There's a product marker on its back.
They're not showing up on a net search.
Good idea. We can see if we...
See? I'm not just a pretty face.
Alright, so we need to get the terminal unlocked, but the hand by itself isn't working. So, how do we get it to work? First, let's see if we can get the maid working. Let's see, it looks like that's not interactable. Cupboards containing the kitchen's various tools. You wonder for a moment whether the Van der Waals are extravagant enough to have paid for real organic wood on the doors. What do we got in here? Aside from the pipes running to the food machine, cabinet contains a set of knives and a tube of cooking gel. Huh. Nice! Picked up a knife and cooking gel. Alright, combination lock built into the door.
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell locks a refrigerator?
Excellent
Maybe they've got
question.
really expensive tastes? Although, they've got the food machine as well. Perhaps they've got something else in there.
Drugs, got it. We need to get that thing open as fast as possible.
Hi, I'm Chefy.
Hey, long time no see, Chefy.
What's on the menu?
If you're feeling peckish, I could whip up some frozen eggs and white wine sauce. Or how about some nice tarte à l'orange?
Sounds better than what mine can do.
Or if you want some of Mr. Giel's favorite, I can always make toaster pastries.
Uh-huh.
Can you make Texas gumbo?
Of course.
Looking for a taste of home?
I've never found anywhere here that can do good gumbo.
Right.
Never mind.
Bye.
Okay, so we need a way to open the refrigerator.
Is this refrigerator... Who the hell...
Maybe they... Although,
Gotta be some way to get that thing open. Drinks machine.
Howdy, partner. What can I get y'all?
Alright. So, what happened here, drink machine AI?
There's been a bit of an incident. You don't happen to have seen what went on.
Hey, mister. I don't just go blabbing my customers' secrets like that.
he's bluffing. He never saw anything. You're just bitter you never left that wall.
Hey, it's a fine job I have here. I ain't seen nothing since Mr. Van der Waal got his wine out of the rack this evening.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Vodka. On the rocks. Twist of lime.
Regis?
Fine. Make it 2. I'll speak to you later.
I'll keep your tab open.
Again, I mostly like the character writing in this. It's more the plot and puzzle structures that just start to go kind of nuts. Anyway, in case it's not obvious here, we need to access the terminal, and we need to get the terminal to recognize the hand. There's a critical detail in the description here I want you to pay attention to.
Giel Van der Waal's cold, dead hand.
Uh-huh. But we also need the code, which I believe is the date on this one, 2071. Now, I thought we were supposed to call someone. But I'll just go ahead and jump to the solution here. So the solution is to use the cooking gel on the hand. We are going to cook the hand. You cover the hand in thermal gel and it becomes noticeably warmer. Ah, here we go. Exotic wetware gel is used for food preparation. The gel cooks food that it's mixed with, releasing chemical energy as heat at a desired temperature while it breaks down. Alright, so we need this to the average body temperature. 37 Celsius, 98 Fahrenheit. Then we combine it with the hand. Then we use the hand on the terminal. Alright. Biometrics granted. Now the passcode. Hang on a second. Huh. This password hint. 2071. What? What do I not entering? Do I have to do the... Do I need a password hint? Our special place. Yeah. Do I have to use the photograph on here?
I don't think they're compatible.
Come on. Yeah, August 2071. You're killing me here, game. Unless it's something else. Hang on a second.
Hey,
Maybe I gotta
Max.
talk to Max.
What's up?
Right.
Why do you think someone would lock their refrigerator?
Same reason you'd lock anything else. Something valuable inside it.
But what?
Some people keep wetware at low temperatures to stop GGs.
And GGs are...
Oh, gray goo. Catastrophic exponential reproduction. Under certain conditions, the fabricators and the wetware make more of themselves.
And low temperatures prevent that.
Not really, but higher temperatures definitely accelerate the growth. People like to think they're in control, though.
Uh-huh. Alright.
The body is Dakari Van der Waal?
That's right. Big Fat Van der Waal's husband. Apparently shot several times and landed face down in the water. Ironic. He used to be an Olympic swimmer. Lived and died in the water.
Stay
You've heard of
classy,
him.
Max.
I used to follow his career when I was in the 100-meter freestyle team at Grove
no
Academy.
kidding. I like the
Is it
implication
Grove an
that...
all-boys school?
It is. And at the time, I fit right in.
Wait, you used to be male?
Surprised?
Well, I wouldn't have guessed.
I'll take that as a compliment.
So, yeah. Future, gender changes are easy and thorough. Anyway, more
Keep at
pressing
it, Max.
issue here.
Can do, Regis.
We need the code, and I don't remember how to get it. But I do remember we need something else to power up the maid. We can find that right outside. But yeah, I do like the detail that gray goo incidents are common enough that they can happen with materials in your home. Get comfy, Ivory. Alright.
Nah, my apartment. What do you make of this, Max?
My parents' old bot used to spend much more time in the... I kept telling them to get a new one, but they never...
Oh, right. This is where we get it. So basically we
I
need
don't
to
get the appeal of...
Looks more like abstract...
You know, that's a lot less impressive when you can call up a search inside your head.
Right, we need to grab a battery, and we use that to charge the maid, and then we can interrogate her.
You've never struck me as much of an art lover.
I'm not so keen on this kind of thing. The mag coil keeping it floating, however.
Mag coil, here we go.
An adjustable magnetic coil, previously used to keep a I don't think it needs
I think we use the knife to separate the
I don't
battery.
think it needs magnetizing. That's not going to fit.
No. What's this on the table over here? I see that. Oh.
I think I'm carrying as much of Van der Waal around as I want to.
Again, I appreciate that we just grabbed the hand before we had a clear use for it. Alright, do we... Oh, wait. I remember
There,
now. Yes.
A magnet at the end of a fishing line.
Here
For
we go.
catching submarines?
We're fishing the gun out, Max. Try to keep up.
Got it.
The murder weapon?
One of them,
Hey.
anyway. Why is it in the jacuzzi, though?
What we really need is a witness.
Right. Let's take a look at this
Van
thing.
der Waal's antique semi-automatic pistol. Probably not listed on the city's firearms register.
Alright, if I recall right, do we do
I can't
this?
cut that.
Not with that attitude.
An expensive fishing...
Do we fry
Hey,
it with this?
what do you make?
Charlie, she's not going to answer you. Not when she's out of charge like that.
Yeah.
Fishing
I
for a
knew
murder
that.
weapon, Barrage.
Sure.
But good to see you. How's it going tonight? Oh, you might be right. Yeah. So actually, the password would be 0871. Maybe not. Hundreds of billions of potential numbers. Dialing randomly isn't likely to aid your investigation. Hang on a second. If... Huh. Am I misreading this? And this number is... Oh, shit. No, I think I've got the... Oh! Okay. So, this responds to the number pad. This down here is for the phone. That's what I was doing wrong. Oh, okay. 2071. Or maybe it is 0871. No, that's not it either. Huh. Remember we're doing main story progress, so I'm zooming. Yeah, been there before. Every now and then, gotcha demands that you gotta keep up with a thing. Alright, our special place. Let's take another look at that photo. Oh, okay. Yep, enter. Oh, okay, so that means I can enter letters. Silly me thinking it's a numeric keypad. Or a numeric password. Good catch, Ivory. Alright, now we have a list of contacts we can use. Okay, cleaners, custodial D, Dakari's Traveler, Dragon. What's this about?
Sorry, wrong number.
Oh god. That might be a Shadowrun reference. 2 weeks to clear chapter 13 and 14, be quite doable. Yeah, push it to the limit. You got this. Anyway, right. Jazz hands, huh? Well, we've already proven pretty handy, so let's give him a call. Ha!
You've reached Jazz Hands. Jazzercise your way to help.
Alright. Psychic University. You know what? I'm curious now.
This is the Psychic University. We know why you've called. The answer is yes. 3 o'clock next Wednesday.
Rock
You
and
don't
roll.
need to leave a message. We know who you are.
Fantastic. Alright. Hang on a second. I gotta call Legitimate Johnson first.
Hello. You have reached the offices of Legitimate Johnson, Nigerian Prince. Please leave your name, number, and social security after the beep.
Outstanding. So we've gone beyond spam emails, and now we have spam identities, I guess? Or spam voicemail addresses? Fascinating. Anyway, yeah. The thing here is we gotta call S&S Synthetics. They'll tell us how to get the bot working.
Son, Synthetic Associates. Liam Stepford speaking. Ah, Mr. Van der Waal. I trust everything is satisfactory.
Mr. Stepford, my name is Dr. Charles Regis.
Man with the most
I'm a cell
appropriate
agent.
name in
Oh
history.
my, yes. How may I help, Dr. Regis?
I'm investigating the death of one of your clients, Giel Van der Waal.
Oh my, yes. That sounds terrible.
I would not buy a robot from a Stepford company. Oh, just wait, Mirage. This gets way worse. So, yeah.
The synth in question is powered down. We need to ask it some questions.
It shall need to be revitalized then. Oh my, yes. Likely it misgauged its own consumption rate, was unable to reach a charging point.
Is there any way to fix it?
Oh my, yes. You can remove the power cell from the upper torso.
That's
it will be concealed by the pseudodermal layer of outer skin, but this can be removed with a sharp implement.
Alright.
So, I have to perform surgery.
You will need to remove the power cell and charge it separately. The platform should return to full operation thereafter. Oh yes.
That'll
That's
do.
all I need to know for now.
Please don't hesitate to get in contact if you think we can help. Oh my, yes.
So, in case it's not obvious, that guy himself is a synth, and the whole idea is it's a company with a whole bunch of identical people based on the original Stepford. But anyway, we're gonna cut open a synth and take their
What are you up to?
Just doing
cell.
some surgery.
Or power cell. Then we take this outside and charge it up with the one used to power the Roomba, which is totally compatible. Contact the gauge on the side of the cell fills. And back in we go. Alright. Wakey wakey, we got some questions. You better not be a murder bot.
CI wetware systems
beginning reboot. Beginning recovery from
critical failure.
basic input-output executing.
MBR unified bootloader executing kernel.
Kernel executing
SBININIT. Calibrating
CI state
with USD.
Oh, that is better.
How's it going?
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hello?
Right, who are you?
Who are you?
Je m'appelle Chantal. I am Monsieur Giel et Monsieur Dakari's maid.
You're a synthetic maid?
Pardon, mademoiselle? I do not understand.
A synth.
Excusez-moi, what is a synth?
It certainly stays in character.
I help the masters with their household things.
And where were you
Fantastic
made?
fake French
Mademoiselle,
accent.
I was
10 out of
born
10.
in France.
Yeah, because all French people I know run on graphene power cells.
Right.
What can you tell me about the Van der Waals?
They are the best employers a young French girl could hope to have.
Are they really?
Quite so, monsieur.
God almighty.
So loving. And with such exquisite taste.
Wow.
So, yeah.
They must have got this one customized for sycophancy.
With the French, you
Do
can't
you
ever
know
be sure.
anyone who might want to hurt them?
Oh no, monsieur. They are beloved by all.
Uh-huh. You sound so convincing with the blood on you. So, yeah, what can you remember?
What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Monsieur, I remember many things. My memory is holographic, but I have Monsieur Giel's confidence to consider.
Even if Cell requires it?
I cannot simply discuss what happens around here without his permission.
He certainly paid for loyalty.
I have his hand here. Is that close enough?
Why the hell did they get a synth like this?
Surely you realize, monsieur, all the best maids in the world, they are French.
And the best lovers, I hear.
What are you implying, mademoiselle?
I never had Giel down as quite such a francophile.
I am also very discreet, monsieur. When you care for someone's home, there are a lot of things that you hear.
Or do.
Mademoiselle, such slander. And even if true, I would not say. I have Monsieur Giel's confidence to think of.
So yeah, in case it's not patently obvious by now, the Van der Waals were gonna double team the robot maid. Fantastic. Anyway, about the crime scene.
What the hell happened upstairs?
How do you mean, monsieur?
The room's recent redecoration. Shades of Giel everywhere.
And the body of Dakari Van der Waal, shot to pieces in the tub. Any opinions on this?
Oh, monsieur, I cannot discuss this. I have been told, most strictly, not to discuss what goes on upstairs.
Even if it includes the double homicide of your owner?
I have my orders. What would Monsieur Giel think if I went against him?
Probably not a great deal anymore.
She doesn't quite seem to get what's happened.
Might not have been written with a comprehension of abstracts like death.
Right.
Have you had your safety protocols removed?
Monsieur?
Would you be able to do anything Mr. Van der Waal told you?
Anything?
Anything.
Monsieur, you should not ask such questions.
That's a
I am
yes.
just the maid.
2 men have been killed upstairs. There's blood and human remains all over the room, and all over you. If you weren't directly involved, then you're at least a material witness.
I am sorry, monsieur. I cannot say what happens upstairs. Monsieur Giel, he values his privacy greatly.
How about we take you down to Cell and manually pull your memory apart?
Regis, it's a synth. Threatening it won't help.
What do you do around here?
I do the cleaning, the cooking, and the shopping.
And that's it?
Monsieur, it would not be proper for me to say.
So you are a sex bot?
Mon Dieu!
Thanks,
How
Max.
dare you
Way
infer
to spell
such a
it out.
thing?
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
My pleasure to evapt, monsieur.
The master of tact as always. Anyway, so now we're gonna do some more insane puzzle solving here. There's something kind of clever about this, but again, we're getting to some pretty convoluted, problem solving to get some basic information about what happened, and what actually happened is kind of insane as well. But the solution here is we're going to shuffle around the personalities until we can get in one that will answer. So, let's see. I believe... Do we use the Traveler? No, we do not.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Let's see. The apartment, central, anything happened? No, we already covered that.
Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
Alright. Stepford, I have problems with your robot.
Stepford and Son, Synthetic Associates. Liam Stepford.
That's all I need to know for now.
Wait, hey!
Please, Dad.
Hey, I wasn't done. Regis, call back.
Stepford, Liam.
Alright, it won't cooperate.
We believe this synth to be a material witness, or involved, in a murder.
Oh my, no! How horrific!
It's
You sound
unwilling
so
to
sincere.
cooperate with us, though. Van der Waal seems to have ordered it to remain silent about certain areas of his home.
Oh my, secrecy is one of many reasons that users opt for non-OEM personalities. If you wish, I could have one of my engineers disassemble its mind state in order to recover memories. This may take several hours, depending upon the algorithm used for laying down synaptic engrams.
I'm afraid time is a critical factor, Mr. Stepford. Is there any way I can do it here?
Oh, there may be. Oh my, yes. I shall transfer you the necessary tool.
There we go. Alright.
That's all I need to know for now.
Please don't hesitate.
So yeah, this is what we use to gather personalities and mix them into something that will be a little more obedient. So yeah, we grab the barman. We grab Sheffy. And then we grab the maid. This part of the puzzle I do kind of like. Because, yeah, we basically need the memory of the maid, but the role of the barman and the personality of the chef, if I recall right. So memory is... Yeah, so memory is maid, personality is chef, role is barman. Because the barman has, as Max mentioned, the barman has been modified to potentially dispense altered drinks, the implication that the wine has been spiked, and thus it's been fitted for, let's say, non-standard functionality. I think you don't necessarily need to change the personality, but we do need the memory of the maid at the very least. So this should do. It's more everything around the puzzle that's kind of insane. Like the fact that we just grabbed a hand and we used that for a biometric bypass. We had to cook the hand. Just this is the start of where things get a little too abstract and too adventure gamey. Anyway.
Hi. Hello.
Right. Who are you?
Who are you?
Well, when they get messy, right?
Right.
I clean up the apartment, right?
Right.
And anything else that needs doing around here. I'm here to make everyone happy, whatever it takes.
Jeez, it's like giving amphetamines to a synth.
Now that's a
they only
fucking
keep
step
this personality in
there.
food machines.
Anyway, I do like the effort they put into this, because you only need one of them to get the correct you only need one combination to get the correct information, but they do have a voice for if you put the barman's personality on the surface as well. Anyway, right, have you had your safety removed?
Have you had your safety protocols removed?
What's a safety protocol?
It stops you hurting people, or doing things you're not supposed to.
Why would I want to do that? That'd be real mean of me.
Yes, but sometimes there are accidents.
This platform's got nothing like that, but I'm not gonna hurt nobody.
Uh-huh. Alright. What can you remember?
What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Ooh.
Yes?
I remember something.
What is it?
I'm sorry. The memory module is holographic, but isn't wholly compatible. I need something to help me remember.
You're asking for a bribe?
Oh, Regis.
I just need one of those
mnemonics?
Yeah, that's it.
So,
okay.
Something that'd help jog your memory about what happened.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe we could use something from the scene.
Right.
Thanks.
That's what we need.
Have a really great day.
That's what we need the murder weapon for.
Does this ring any bells?
Oh, yeah. It's what Mr. Giel used when we were all up in the bedroom earlier this evening.
You're worrying too much.
You promised me that you'd gotten out of it.
I have. This was merely a favor for an old friend.
And look where it's gotten you.
They were arguing about something. It sounded big.
Don't you think I know what this could mean? You asked me to talk to that damned cell agent, and I agreed. You see what I do for you?
I know. And I knew you'd do the right thing eventually.
It's not just because it's the right thing, or because you asked. It's because of what it would mean to the whole city.
Mr. Giel was grumpy, but not at Mr. Dakari so much. Then he asked for some of his special wine.
Chantel, be a dear. Bring me my wine.
This was the lousy stuff they've got in the wine rack.
To law and order.
Yeah, but he puts extra things in his wine as well.
You don't say.
Giel, what's wrong?
It must have been my...
Oh yeah, bro's tripping.
What is this?
What's what?
Mr. Giel seemed to be real worried about something.
Who are you?
Giel, what are you doing with that gun?
Stay away. Don't come any closer.
Yep, put the drug of true seeing in. Yep. Unfortunately, he forgot silver bullets, so the wraith is about to possess
Get
him.
off me! Chantel,
He sounded like he was in trouble.
get it out of me!
He kept telling me there was something in him. I asked what he meant.
It's inside me! Get in there and get it out!
And the maid's personality. She'd have done anything he asked.
I didn't find anything, though.
Yeah, you can see he really came to
So
pieces
Van der Waal
on that
had a
one.
hallucinatory
Pusha!
freak out.
Sounds like it was whatever he was putting in the wine. We'd better find out what it was.
Oh, I know. I know everything about drinks. Mr. Giel was buying up cheap wine and using wetware to artificially age it.
Wetware?
Yeah, he kept it in the refrigerator.
So, yeah, you see what I'm getting at? What I was talking about earlier, the
Ow,
way things
geez,
are kind of
what is that? Can't you hear it?
over-designed. What sits in the fridge is a memory module with a strange configuration. Based on what you were told, you're certain this is what the blackmailer was after.
There, the wetware on the middle shelf. It rapidly ages the wine to how it's wanted.
I think it does a little more than age the wine.
Not anymore, it doesn't. It's been reprogrammed. That memory module's broadcasting a signal. The wetware in the refrigerator's interpreting it as an order to reformat itself.
So it stopped being a wine aid and ended up a powerful hallucinogen?
Looks that way.
You want me to carry it? You look uncomfortable.
Yeah, something about it hurts.
Oh yeah, let's give the guy that's being blackmailed the chip. That'll be fine.
Hey!
We're heading back to cell. A forensics team will be here in a while. Just don't try to make, cook, or clean anything while we're gone, okay?
I got it.
So, yeah, this is what I was talking about. The killer struck by drugging a wine in such a way that the owner, or that the drinker, would freak out, kill his husband, then have his maid, with her safety interlocks, kill him. And it's just such a...
Found him.
Apparently this is what Central wanted me to see. Why would it do this? I
It's such
stopped
a specific
Charlie.
way of
I
killing
promised
someone.
him I could help, and then it did this to him.
That it
Maybe
functionally
it's trying
requires
to hammer home the message.
precognition.
After all, Central didn't ask you to talk him
Sorry,
out of
more
it.
on this in a
It
minute.
said neutralize.
Why would it be so?
Dr. Regis.
You. Soulless. Callous. I promised him!
His euthanasia was a necessary measure. 75% of the captured bombers have attempted self-immolation in custody. The risk of repeating such an action was unacceptable.
He wouldn't have.
Whatever the case may have been, cell command offices are now safe from...
Central?
Uh-oh.
General alarm.
General alarm. Central functions compromised.
You don't
Localized
say.
war attacks detected within heuristic barrier systems. Systems entering siege mode. All personnel equipped for abstract dynamic countermeasures. Please report to action stations. Repeat.
Abstract dynamics to action stations.
Sounds like I'm needed. Remember, no matter what Central says, you've done a great job today.